If you've ever scrolled past perfect faces and felt like the one photo that doesn't fit the grid, you already know how our story begins. Behind a curtain of reeds, a mother duck sits on 6 eggs. 5 crack open to reveal sunshine yellow ducklings. The last egg is larger, and when it finally splits, out tumbles a lanky gray bird with 2 big feet and a squeaky offbeat quack. Even his mother flinches. Day one on the farmyard is a masterclass in unspoken rules. Waddle in line, keep your feathers tidy, splash but don't ripple someone else's reflection. The gray hatchling breaks every rule without trying. His webbed feet slap the mud, his neck cranes too far, his voice croaks in the wrong key. The turkey calls him a freak. The rooster suggests hiding him behind the barn. The other ducklings invent a game called Dodge the Eyesore. At night, while the others dream under their mother's wing, the gray one stares at the pond, studying the ripples that warp his face. He decides the pond must be defective. No mirror could be that cruel. A week later, the insults turn into pecks. One particularly sharp jab lands near his eye, and something in him snaps. Before dawn, he slips through a gap in the fence and steps into the unknown. He wanders through a meadow where wild geese are gathering for migration. Their leader spots him and laughs. Wrong airport, little drifter. They lift off, leaving him in a storm of feathers and noise. Still, watching them climb into the clouds sparks a tiny ember. Maybe there's a sky he belongs to. Autumn smears the world in bronze. Hunters arrive with muskets that boom like thunder. The gray wanderer dives into reeds as a dog barrels past. The dog sniffs, pauses, but instead of attacking, it trots away with disinterest. Even predators, it seems, find him unremarkable. Cold presses in. The bird stumbles upon a cottage where an old farmer lives alone. The man scoops the shivering creature into a box by the fireplace. For a handful of days, the duckling feels something close to safety, but the farmer's cat hisses and the hen shrieks every time he moves. When the door is left ajar, he slips back into the freezing night rather than stay where kindness comes with side eyes. Winter locks the ponds in ice. He swims until his legs ache, trying to keep one patch of water open. When his wings finally freeze to the surface, he surrenders to sleep, half certain he will never wake. But seasons ignore despair. Spring sun melts the chains of ice, and the gray bird, thinner, taller, floats free. He follows a river that widens into a lake, so still it looks like polished silver. On that mirror glide 3 enormous white birds. Their necks arch like question marks, as if they're asking the world itself why it's so beautiful. The wanderer's first instinct is to hide. After months of mockery, he assumes their elegance will slice him like glass. Yet something pulls him closer. Maybe it's the memory of the geese lifting into that bronze sky. Maybe it's sheer exhaustion from running away. He paddles out, head bowed low. "Laugh if you must," he whispers. Silence answers. Confused, he risks a glance at the water, and everything stops. The creature staring back is not gray, not awkward. Snow-white feathers catch the morning light. Broad wings rest against a graceful body. The too long neck now curves with purpose. He always was, a swan. The 3 strangers spread their wings in quiet welcome. He spreads his, and water beads off like liquid diamonds. Together they take flight, each wing beat heavy with the power of finally knowing. And somewhere on a random phone, a teenager who feels like the odd file in the download folder watches this story and understands. The swan never changed species. Only his reflection did. The judgment of the barnyard, the eyes of the hunter, the gossip of the geese, none of it defined him. What mattered was the moment he saw himself clearly enough to believe. So next time you panic delete a selfie, remember, the mirror might be lying, the pond might be muddied, but your wings are still there, waiting for the day you decide to open them.